Hi, this is Paul again. I thought I'd stop by today and make a quick video about something that would have done me a world of good if I had had 30 plus years ago. And this is a basic what to do, how to do list if you're thinking about or wanting to leave the Jehovah's Witnesses. There was no roadmap for me back when I did it 30 plus years ago. But yeah, maybe these are some tips or some points that can help somebody that's thinking about leaving. Young, old, whatever. There's certain things that you're going to need to have in place before you decide to leave. So I'm going to start off I'm going to put them in order. They're not in any specific order. Just things that I feel that need to be done before you take that leap and walk out on your own. The first thing I'm going to say is, and I know you've heard it preached over and over and over again by various ExJw videos or YouTube creators, and that's to do your research. But I'm going to say do your research for a different reason. I'm going to say do your research not that you can prove to them that they're wrong, but to prove to yourself that you're right, because you're the one that's going to have to withstand the onslaught of family, friends, associates. Everybody that you've had in your life up to this point believes the doctrines of the Jehovah's Witnesses. So when you step out and say that you don't believe, whenever that time comes, I'm going to get to that too, it's going to be onslaught. That's when you're going to get the family members, the moms, the dads, the brothers, the sisters, the aunties, and then they're going to tell the elders and that sort. So you're going to be able to have to stand firm in your decision to leave. And in order for you to stand firm in that decision to leave, you're going to have researched it for yourself. And I would suggest going from the origins of the religion all the way up to now, and see exactly for yourself what is true and what is not true. And I'm not talking about research through the Watchtower publications. I'm talking about internet research. I'm talking about talking to other people that may have found things that you have not, and that you have to take with a grain of salt too. You have some people that are truly left because they didn't like the teachings of the religion. They found the religion not to be true. They found it to be hypocritical. It's damaged their lives in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, I should say. It's damaged mine in a lot of ways also. But you have to pick through the ones that are just, I guess, the right word is not vindictive, but who just want to say bad things, I guess you could say. Yeah, there's nothing good about the Watchtower organization. But I wouldn't go as far as to say all the people in it are bad. They're just misguided. They're just brainwashed. So you have to weed through the ones that are just, I don't know what's the proper term, but yeah, just do your research. The second one I would say is, this one is important, especially if you were born in or you don't know anyone else outside of the witnesses. Don't trust anyone. That best friend that you've had since you were a kid, if they're a witness, if you all haven't talked about this kind of stuff, if you not living your dirty lives, double lives, dirty lives together, now it's not the time to confide in them. Now it's not the time to confide in your sister or your brother or your mom and your dad. When you're thinking about leaving, keep your mouth closed. That's utmost, because your plan will blow up before you get a chance to implement it if you tell anyone. I know it sounds deceptive, and yes it is. Am I telling you to lie? Yes I am. You cannot be open and honest with the people in your circle if you're planning on leaving the Jehovah's Witnesses. That's just a fact. You will regret it if you do. Anything else I'm about to say, throw it out the window. If you can't keep your mouth closed about your research, if you can't keep your mouth closed about what you're thinking about doing, the rest of it, just go to King Hall, get on the stage, and tell everybody that you're leaving. Because you might as well do that if you tell anybody. Okay? And it's not that you want, not that you should be ashamed to leave, but you want to do it on your own terms, to where you give them as least control as possible to blow up your life. Okay? So keep your mouth closed. The next one is start networking with people. By that I mean worldly people, because you're finna start living in this world. You're finna get out of that JW bubble, and you're finna start living in this world. And you're gonna realize that it takes all kind to make up this world. Everybody in this world is not evil like the JW teach you, but they're all not good either. You know, it's people. It's the world. It's people. But you're going to have to live in this world, and you're going to need people for various things. The biggest thing that I'm going to find that I found that you're going to need people for is information. Yes, this is the information age with the internet and stuff like that, but there's still going to be things that you're going to run into that you're just not familiar with. You're not capable of holding those conversations or using the correct terminology or whatever, because you've never been involved in it. You know, so you're gonna have to have a support system. Humans need people to interact with. And when you leave the JWs, when you do pull the trigger and leave all of the way, stop going to the meetings, stop going out and field service, whether you disassociate yourself or you go to this fellowshipping route, whatever, you don't want to find yourself suddenly all alone. So it's time to start networking and building these relationships, friends and co-workers and associates and stuff outside of the Jehovah's Witnesses. That's extremely important. And the next point I'm going to bring out is you're going to need to create a financial plan. And by that I mean, whatever your circumstances are working now, you're going to need to save money. There are going to be things that you're going to have to need when you pull the trigger and move out on your own, if you're a young adult or a teenager, or if you're an adult and you find yourself in a situation to where you don't earn a lot of money, or you may be in business or work at a business that's owned by another Jehovah's Witness. Circumstances like this are going to be where you need to, if you work for another Jehovah's Witness, it's time to start looking for another job. Pronto. Don't let them tell you, oh, you can't work on meeting nights or whatever, because remember, you're planning on leaving anyway. So try to find you a better job as best that you can with the qualifications that you have. You know, stack every dime, save every dime that you possibly can, because you're going to need money and support for different things. And the people that you thought would have been there while you were a JW, they're not going to be there once they realize you're planning to leave. You're going to be on your own financially. The mom and the dad, or the brother and the sister, or the best friend that you thought that you could one time get a few dollars from, or something along that nature, it's not going to be available to you anymore. So you're going to have to be able to stand on your own financially. That's where the saving comes in. If you're trying to establish yourself for the first time, you don't want to go out and get into a bunch of debt right off the bat. So you'll be able to buy the necessities like a bed, you know, a bedroom set, a television, things of that sort. You'd be surprised that if you're a young adult, a young person, teenager, whatever, and you're still living with your parents, don't be surprised if you're not allowed to take anything that was in your room. That's bed, television, or whatever, the things that you've considered yours until this point. You'll be reminded that it's not yours and you can't take it with you. So that's where the stacking of the money, the saving of the money comes in. To be able to afford the necessities of things like that. To be able to buy you a bed to be able to sleep in. To be able to buy sheets and stuff like towels and, you know, just the necessities, the things that we take for granted every day. It's hard when you don't have that. And you don't have anywhere to get it from and no means to get it. That's why you do this. That's why this is a plan. We're doing this before We're getting everything ready. Once you do that, once you've educated yourself, did your research, once you saved your money, you're ready to go, you damn sure ain't ran your mouth to nobody. You kept your mouth closed. Nobody really knows. Yeah, you've been missing meetings here and there or whatever. You haven't been going out in field service. That's all part of the plan. You know, when they come at you, you lie. You say, oh, I haven't been feeling well, or I have had to work extra, or whatever. Make up whatever excuse that you have to do. Once you get all of this in place, whether it be weeks, months, a year, whatever, however long it takes you, get all of these things in place first. And the last thing is, put your plan in action. Pick a date. When you know you have everything set, pick a date and leave on that date. You've prepared yourself mentally, you've prepared yourself physically, you've prepared yourself financially, you've prepared yourself emotionally. The last thing to do is pull the trigger. Go. I know it may be hard with the strong family ties. It may be the only thing that you've ever known all of your life. But there's a whole new life waiting on you out there. And if these people truly love you, one day, maybe they may see the light themselves, and you can have your family and your friends again. But if not, here is the one thing that I say when it comes to religion, and this is Jehovah's Witnesses included. There are a lot of different religions on the face of the earth. There's Catholic, there's Baptist, there's Lutheran, there's Protestant, there's Mormons, there's Seventh-day Adventist. And these are just ones that are under the Christian umbrella. Okay, the different sects that are under the Christian umbrella. They all fall under the umbrella of Christianity, but they all believe different things. Then you have Muslims. Then you have Hindu. Then you have, well, Muslims is Islam, I'm sorry. Then you have the different sects of Islam up underneath there. Then you have Hinduism. Then you have a myriad of other religions that are not, I guess you could call, mainstream. But all of these people think that what they believe is true, including the Jehovah's Witnesses. So who's right? Everybody can't be right. Are the Catholics right? Are the Jehovah's Witnesses right? Is Islam right? I mean, who's right? Everybody believes totally different things. So my point is, the only thing that we know for certainty is the life that you're living right now. Don't waste it. Don't waste it on something that somebody else is manipulating and trying to prove to you that what they're saying is right, because there's somebody else right in the next house or right in the next block that says that they're a liar. What I believe is right. And then there's somebody that says you're a liar. What I believe is right. So nobody knows. Nobody knows. They could all be wrong, or only one of them could be right. But which one is it? They're all going to profess to be right. So my point is, don't waste the life you have now. Don't waste the life you have now on a promise of what might, could, would, should, probably won't happen in the future. And that's what the Jehovah's Witnesses are doing. They're wasting their lives on a promise of paradise that was made to them by an organization. That's not going to happen. Remember, it's been right around the corner forever. Yeah, but anyway, before I go off on a different rant, I just wanted to stop by and point out those few things. Maybe it could help somebody that's thinking about leaving and don't know how to start, don't know how to go about. Mind you, this is not all that you need to think of. You need to take what I said and tailor it to your own specific setting, your own specific life. Okay? But there are a couple of things in there that I said that I think that you should incorporate in your leaving process. So, yeah. Anyway, until next time, you guys have a good day.